Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga and a spring practice to nourish your wood element. And that's also going to nourish your whole posterior chain, your back, your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings a little bit. Also targeting your liver meridian. And wood is the element that's associated with spring. And your liver and gallbladder meridians are also associated with spring. So go ahead and take an easy, comfortable seat. Really feel both sit bones supported by the earth. Just feel where they connect with either your mat, or I suggest sitting up on something to get your hips a little bit higher than your knees. A pillow, some rolled blankets, some rolled towels. And if it's comfortable for you for now, go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to imagine that your spine is a tree, coming back to that wood element. And in addition to the physical intentions that I've set out for this practice, there are more subtle ones, like rebirth, growing into what you were meant to be, expanding. And go ahead and set an intention for yourself, if you'd like to, right now. Take a couple of breaths. Relax your forehead. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders really melt down. Release any tension you may be feeling there. Feel that spine growing out of your pelvis. A very strong and sturdy tree, expanding, growing from season to season. And I'd like you to think about, what can I do today? How do I want to grow? And what can I do today to grow? There are no right or wrong answers. Slowly blink your eyes open. Press your hands together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra. Inhale, exhale, really reach forward as far as you can. And then inhale, hands come back to your heart. Exhale, reaching forward, growing into who you are meant to be. Inhale, arms come back to your heart, and continue on like this for a few more breaths. Just warming up the body a little bit. Even though we don't really warm up in Yin Yoga, sometimes it just feels good to move a little bit before and a little bit in between poses. And you can think about this as being the earth, our seat, the earth, as we come back up, reaching for the sun. Or yin, coming back up, reaching for the heavens. Come to stillness, keeping the palms pressed together in front of your heart. Just take a few breaths here. Coming back to that intention if you set one. And then slowly blinking the eyes open again. And let your hands fall down to your knees. Open your legs out, knees come to either side, and then take the soles of your feet together into Butterfly Pose. If your knees are up like this and you feel like you're really contracting muscles to keep them up there, grab a couple blocks, put them under your thighs. And you can also use rolled up blankets and towels and whatever you have around the house. And begin with your spine very long. Once again, thinking about connecting yin and yang, earth and sky, earth and heaven. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And you can stay just like this. You can also experiment a little bit. If it's not comfortable for you to have your feet so close to the groin, you can move them out a little bit. We are targeting the liver and gallbladder meridians today to decrease frustration, decrease anger specifically, increase good decision making. We are targeting the outer hip, the inner thighs, the rib cage, and the side body overall in our practice. And if you'd like, you can begin to let your head point down towards the mat and the earth and walk your hands out. Again, reaching, expanding, growing. We're here for a couple more minutes. So make sure you're coming to the appropriate edge for you where you feel sensation, but you're not feeling pain. And last couple of breaths here. Take the palms of your hands to your mat or the floor, walk them back towards your body, cup them under your knees, and slowly bring your legs together. And then options, as usual, you can take your legs wide apart, let the knees fall towards each other, or you can windshield wiper the legs and just let them fall from side to side. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And excuse me while I push back towards the wall so you can see most of me. Go ahead and take your legs out to either side into Dragonfly Pose. You can always take a couple of blankets underneath your legs. You can have bends in your knees and perhaps blocks under those knees. And just begin by taking some circles. Some really gentle circles. Getting a little lubrication into those hips. Preparing us for the very deep hip opening of Dragonfly Pose. Also, you may feel this in your hamstrings a bit. And I'm going to give you the option to take lateral Dragonfly, in which case you're going to be getting into your side body. So either come to stillness now, and just hold this pose, or take your right elbow down, down, and then inhale your left arm up and over, reaching. Actually, I'm going to take my right elbow inside or outside my thigh. Makes it a little more comfortable for me. And so really what we're looking for right here is the opening across the side body. And if you're in Dragonfly Pose, if you'd like, you can let your head begin to be heavy. Chin come to the chest, the forehead pointing down towards the floor. In which case you're going to be feeling your sensation most likely in your inner thighs. You can also be holding your right foot with both hands if you're taking the lateral version of Dragonfly. And begin, if you're in the lateral version, to take your hands to the floor, slowly working yourself back upright, pausing in the middle. Take a couple of breaths here. If you're in regular Dragonfly Pose, you perhaps want to come down to your forearms or have your forearms on blocks. Going a little deeper into the pose, letting time and gravity take you deeper into that pose. And if you did lateral Dragonfly on one side, let's go ahead and turn to the left leg and begin to come down. Inhale the right arm up and over your head, reaching for that left foot. And it's okay if you don't quite get there. That's perfectly okay. Again, what we're looking for is the rib cage to really expand side to side. And if you're not getting, if the elbow feels like it's just in space, and that feels uncomfortable, you can again take any prop you have, put it underneath that elbow. Let your body soften. Imagine you're a pat of butter that somebody has placed into a hot pan and you are slowly just melting into the pose. And then if you're in a lateral Dragonfly, begin to take your hands to the mat and the floor, slowly walking yourself upright, bringing yourself back to the middle. Take a couple of breaths here. Slowly beginning to bring the feet back together. And maybe just a couple of seated cat-cows. Take whatever movement feels right for you, or no movement at all. But just a little release for the low back, the upper back. Go ahead and come off your prop if you're sitting up on a prop, which I really hope that you are. Turn to face the short end of your mat. Take the soles of your feet to the mat, slowly coming down onto your elbows and then all the way onto your back. Walk the feet towards your glutes and just relax here for a minute. And go ahead and stretch the right foot long on the mat. Take your arms out into a T, which unfortunately I can't easily do from here. So pretend I am doing. And then take your left big toe and press into it as you raise that left heel. And inhale, just let the left leg fall over the right. And exhale, let it come back. Inhale over towards the right. And exhale, let it come back. And last time. Inhale over towards the right. And let it come back. And bend both knees, press into your feet. Come over to the right side of your mat. Take your body and bring it towards the left side of your mat. Stretch out one leg towards the left side of your mat, and then the other leg comes to meet it. And you may have to adjust a little bit. We're trying to get our hips facing up towards the ceiling as much as is possible. Making kind of a banana shape here, which is the name of this pose, Bananasana. So as much as possible, both shoulder blades are on the ground. Both sitting bones are on the ground. Take a couple of breaths here. Once again, really opening up the side of our body, allowing us to take deep, full breaths. And if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can take your left leg on top, cross your left ankle on top of your right. How do you want to grow this spring? How do you want to show up in the world? Where do you need to expand in your life? And last couple of breaths here. And then if you've crossed your ankles, slowly unwind, head comes up to face the ceiling. Bend your legs, press into your feet, lift your hips and bring them back to the center of your mat. Take your hands down by your hips and just pause and breathe. Notice any differences you feel from one side to the other. So one feel more spacious. Feel like you're more open. And take fuller and deeper breaths. And as we move to the second side, I'm going to come around. I'm going to swing around. And you can just move to the second side. So go ahead and stretch your left leg down the mat, keeping the right leg bent, stretching both arms out into a T. I need to come over to the side of the mat a bit more so you can see what I'm doing. And inhale, begin to let that right leg come over the left. If I've got that backwards, just make sure you're doing the second side. Inhale, coming through the hips, and exhaling back. And last time, inhale, let that bent leg fall over the straight leg, and exhale back. Go ahead and press into your feet. Come to the other side of your mat. Move the top of your body to the opposite side. Maybe the hands come over the head, maybe they stay by the body. And stretch one foot towards the opposite side and the other, and then just readjust your body. So your sit bones are both on the mat, your shoulder blades are both on the mat. And maybe you'd like to cross the ankles. And perhaps you need to readjust a little bit there. Deep breaths through the sides of your body. Feeling space opening up all along your spine, on the sides of your spine. Can you feel any frustrations, any anger that you have just melting into the earth? The earth will repurpose that and use it to allow the plants, the seedlings, the trees to grow and expand, just as she allows you to grow and expand in the spring. Last couple of breaths here. And slowly let your arms come apart. taking your spine straight, bringing your feet to the mat, and then gently taking one knee into your chest and then the other, and just holding on wherever feels comfortable for you, around your shins, underneath your thighs, whatever feels right for you. Just let that low back relax a little bit. Before we move into our final pose, into Savasana, and take the hands to both knees and inhale, let them move away from your body, and exhale, let them move back towards your chest. Letting the move be really gentle. Inhale out, exhale in, a couple more times. Inhale out, exhale in. And then bring the soles of your feet back to your mat and stretch one leg down and the other, allowing the feet to fall open. Hands can come down by your hips, palms up or palms down. And if your chin is really jutting up towards the ceiling, you might like a little rolled up towel underneath your neck, or just bring the chin gently towards the chest. If you feel your low back talking to you, you can either take a couple of blocks under your knees or place a bolster under your knees. You can also grab a blanket and just put it over your whole body. As I sit up, you hold space. Let your mind come back to the intention you set at the beginning, if you set one. And if you did not, you can think about the one that I offered, to expand and grow. We are all here for a reason, every single one of us. And when we stay stuck in frustration or resentment or anger, we're not able to grow into the person we are meant to be. And this practice deeply nourishes your liver and gallbladder meridians and the wood element that is associated with spring. And I'm going to hold space as you relax into Savasana until you hear me speak again. You have nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to be doing other than completely letting go. And with each exhale, allow your body to sink deeper into the hold of the earth, feeling stable, safe, cared for. Allow your face to relax. Allow your shoulders to melt down your back. Allow your breathing to begin to deepen. Coming into the present moment, right here, right now. Feeling calm energy just coursing through your whole body. And begin to take any little movements you need. Wake up your body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Turning the head from side to side gently. Letting the chin drop to your chest. And then back. On your next inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Growing into your highest self, your highest purpose. And then slowly letting them come down, rolling over onto one side. Bringing your knees into your chest. One arm stretches along the bottom of the mat. Cradling your head. Take a few deep breaths here. And slowly push into your hands, walking them back towards your body, bringing your torso upright. Head is in line with the spine. Coming back into an easy seated position. And inhale, we'll close as we begin. Inhale your hands together in front of your heart in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. And as you exhale, stretch forward. Inhale, bring your hands back to your heart, giving yourself gratitude for giving yourself this time. Exhale, stretching forward, growing into who you are meant to be. Inhale, hands come back in front of your heart. Head bows over your hands. And slowly begin to blink your eyes open. And slowly begin to raise your head. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this practice, I would love it if you'd click the like button. If you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click subscribe and the bell. Thank you so much for joining me today. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering and pain. And may you grow into who you were put on this earth to be.